Okay, so uh, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our course of readings of selected reading of texts on Indian philosophy. So today we will continue to read what we have done last time. That is this text called Tarka Sangraha by a later Nayayika, Annambhatta. I think last time we've read up to text 11, where he describes the water, that is up. So we will continue the content after this paragraph. So maybe before we enter the new content, we can take a look of what the editor says about the aforementioned texts. So in Sanskrit, the word apah is always used in plural, the stem pratipadika. This word is a grammatical term to refer to the stem, noun stem, and that is up. So natural touch of water is cold, and therefore it has been defined in the term of that. When water is heated, it can be hot, but hot touch is not its natural touch. So we have to imagine that in the natural environment, water cannot be naturally hot. It's cool, actually. It should be cool. So then he draws a graph like this. So in water, there exists the quality of cold touch like this. So water can have the following qualities: rupa, rasa, sparsha, sankhya, parimana, prataktva, samyoga, vibhaga, paratva, aparatva, gurutva, dravatva, sneha. It is interesting to note that Nyaya Vaisheshika system even respect mythological information. The Vedic and Puranic traditions mention Varuna Loka, the world of Varuna, Aditya Loka, world of sun, and Vayu Loka, world of Vayu, that is the the god of wind, where bodies made of water, fire, and air, respectively, can be found. The Indian logicians have given space for these mythological entities as well. This clearly shows how comprehensive is the canvas of the Indian logicians, who do not want to ignore cultural inputs of any source: literature, social belief, folklore, mythology. They have shown respect of offering a space for these items in their structure of ontological analysis. That means you should stand on the viewpoint of yourself or on that material to analyze something. That is ontology. This is something unique. Well, because I am not very familiar with Western philosophy, so if any of you major in related field of Western philosophy, you may have can have some comparison with what you have learned from Western philosophy and the Indian philosophy. Okay, so let's go to the next text. Okay, let's see. So text 12, Ushna Sparsha Vatteja. So here he talks about the quality of fire. Fire should be something that possesses hot touch. Ushna sparsha here. Ushna is hot, to be hot. Sparsha is the touch, or just to touchness even. Tadvividam, nityam anityam cheti. It also has two kinds, eternal and non-eternal. Nityam Paramanurupa, Anityam Karya Rupa. So the eternal form of heat or even this light, this tejas, that is the takes the form of Paraman, the atoms. And this anitya, non-eternal form, it takes the form of a karya, as a what we should say as the a mass of a mass of that made of these the previous paraman, the atoms. Punas trividam sharirendriya vishaya paveda. And again, it can be divided also into three forms. That is the sharira, body made of tejas, indriya, the sense organ made of tejas, and also vishaya, the object. This object means the object for that specific sense organ. For example, at this time, it actually, this indriya here should refer to the chakshus, the eye or the eyesight. And vishaya is anything that it takes the form of a tejas and can be caught by your eyesight. And shariram adityaloke, this body of tejas is in the world of the sun. It actually is what we can say as it can be seen in the world of the sun. Indriyam rupa grahakam jakshu krishta tara gravartati. That means the sense organ that is made of light are the eyesights, actually jakshu eyesights, or just barely our eyes, which can we should pay attention to this word rupa grahakam. That is to take something that has the function of grasping rupa. Here can be the color or the specific form of something. Maybe here we can take it in both ways because we don't know what exactly Anambata really refers to here. Okay. And he also has this Krishna Taragra Varti. This word is interesting, actually. We can take a look at the dictionary what this means. What does it mean? Krishna Tara. What is that? The black of the pupil, actually. What is the black of our eyes? Actually, that is, we have a word for that. That is pupil. Pupil. Not this refers to a young student, no. But the dark circulate opening in the center of the ends of the eye. That means 瞳孔 in Chinese. Pupil. It actually, he says that this sense organ of grasping the something is located in the very tip, agra, the very first part, that is the tip. At the tip of our pupils, there exists the sense organ of eyesights. Yeah. Okay. Vishayash chaturvidah Bauma di Viaudaria Kara Javeda. So the object of that is made of light is of four kinds. What are these four kinds? They are the what is a Bauma. Uh, Bauma actually is something that relates to the earth, earthly, or the terrestrial. Yes, terrestrial. Or I think that is good actually. The terrestrial fire, Bauma, Divya, that is the celestial fire. That means that something that belongs to the sky. Yes. Okay. He has a comparison, a contract between the earth and the sky, and then uh, here should be Audalia, I think, or even Audalia. Um, look, Audalia. That is being in the stomach or belly, being in the womb. Yes, that should be this word, Audalia. Uh, the original word should be Udar. Yes, Udara. The belly, abdomen, stomach, bowels. I think maybe some of you may have the idea of why Indians have such kind of uh, ideas, that thinking that there's a fire residing in the stomach of human beings. This fire is usually regarded as uh, it has the function of digesting foods. So when this fire becomes weak, then you are not able to digest many uh, special foods. For example, if you eat too much sugar or eat too much curries, eat too much meat, then you will have corresponding syndromes that will affect your health. And for Indians, uh, when you have such kind of different syndromes, that means that all what the food you have taken in your body has some bad infection on this Audalia fire. It's actually this theory can be found in many texts concerning Ayurveda. So the traditional Indian um, medical treatises. That's very early, really early. Okay, so we come back to our text. The next one is called the Akaraja. Yes, Akaraja. What is this Akaraja? Akara is actually a mine, mineral. So for Anambatam, he thinks that actually we have four different kind of objects that can be caught by the sense organ of eyesight. That means the Bauma Tejas, Divya Tejas, Audaria Tejas, and Akaraja Tejas. And then he will explain what are these things. Bauma Vahnyadikam. This terrestrial fire really means the ordinary fire and so on. Yes, Vahni, the really daily fire that we can see around us. Then what is that? What is stevia? Abindanam divyam vidyudati. So this celestial fire or celestial light. What is that? That is abindana. Abindana. That means, for example, submarine fire. Submarine fire. Having water up as for fuel. So taking water as its fuel. That is submarine fire. And he also gives an example that is the vidyut adi, like lightnings in the sky. Then what is audaryam? That is bhuktasya parinama hetur audaryam. Yes, here he says. Um, for the third category, the heat, it is the digestive fire in our stomach which causes the digestion of food that we eat. It's just the fire existing in our stomach that has the function of digestion. Yes. So bhuktasya parinama hetur audaryam. And this akarajam, the light or fire existing in the minerals, looks is like the suvarnadi, the golden brilliance that is scattered by the what is the metal mines, yeah, like gold and such so on. Then we have also this note on text 12 stated by our editor. So the minerals like gold, etc., are considered to be fire on logical grounds. Since gold does not get evaporated by the heat of fire, it cannot be included in earth and water, and since it has color, it cannot be included in air, sky, time, space, soul, and mind. Therefore, by the principle of elimination, it is included in the category of fire. Maybe at the time of Karnada, that is the establisher of the Vaisheshika system, the knowledge of physics was of that level. We will have to understand the texts in that light. These ancient texts are not the reports of any physical laboratory, and hence one should not try to read modern science there. Since this book is written for for readers from Western world, so I think maybe some students are majoring in Western philosophy will take doubts on these expressions. That's why the editor wrote these things here, just to inform students that you should not take the modern science into these materials. But in any case, the logical method of inquiry needs to be appreciated. Fire can have the following qualities: rupa, sparsha, sankhya, parinama, pruktatva, samyoga, vibhaga, paratva, and sansiddhikadrava. That is the fluidity caused by heat, since gold is also treated as fire. Yeah, that's not that's not a very difficult thing to understand. We can have a take a look at this word sansiddhika. What is it? That means affected naturally, belonging to nature. So natural. So it naturally has the fluidity, because we know that when you heat gold to certain temperature, it will it will be transformed into a fluid of gold. So in that in that reason, we will understand that gold has in itself the fluidity. Okay, next one. Then he talks about the air or wind. Ruparahitas parshavan vayu. So air is something that possesses touch, but ruparahita, without color, or even without a physical form. Because we know that although we can feel that there is the wind or air, you cannot describe it to take any specific physical form. It cannot be even caught by human by our eyes. Sadvivido nityo nityascha. Also, it has two different kinds. Nitya paramanu rupo nitya karya. Also, it's the same like the tejas. So then punas trividam. Again, if you do not follow this twofold division, then you have a threefold division. Sharirendriya Vishaya Vedat. Again. So the body of a wind actually exists in the world of the god of wind. Vayuloke. Indriyam sparsha grahakam tvak sarva sharira varti. So the sense organ that can touches the wind is our skin. The skin is the sense organ that grasp the touch. And where does this indriyam exist? It actually exists in it's all in all our body, yeah, because skin is the largest organ of human beings. Vishayo vrukshadi kampana hetu. So here he treats the object of the touching as vrukshadika and kampana hetu. Now, what is vrukshadi kampana? Can I have a look at it? The object made of air can be identified in the cause of shaking of tree, etc. This kampana is to tremble, shaken. Yes, coming from the verb kamp, to tremble, to shake. Kampana. And also we have this Sharira Antah Sanchari Vayu Prana. So, and again, our breath, when you breathe in air, and our breathing air, which moves inside our body. So you can already have a look at this Sharira Antah Sanchari Vayu Prana. The air that go through this antah samchar. We don't have this word, but antar. That is the within, in interior, in the middle, and this samchar. This one walking about, wandering, roaming. So actually, the wind, the air, that is roaming inside our body. That is called the breath. Our breath. Yeah, you have the inspiration. Inspiration. What is that word? Prana. Yes, we have prana. Respiration. Yes. Respiration, and I think we have this inspiration. Should that be? Yes, inspiration and is respiration. Sajja ekopi upadivedat prana apana di samjnya lavate. Although this sa refers to vayu, so even the air is actually eka, is the it is the only thing, or it cannot be divided, but or we should say it is a mass in unity. But because of Upadi, then maybe you will ask, what is Upadi? Actually, Upadi is a very complicated things to explain. In the stage of Navya Nyaya, there's already a different Upadi for what we should understand here. Let me see if there's anything that can refers to what I mean here. Maybe we can understand like this. An attribute, title, discriminative appellation, nickname, limitation, qualification, like this. So actually, we have different names for wind, because, for example, we should call our breath like respiration, inspiration, like that. And for Indians, the breath of human beings has 5 different names, which start like the prana, apana, and something like that, and another 3. So here the translator, he said, although air is one mass, we call it by different names such as prana, apana, etc., due to the extraneous factors. So he understands this upati as extraneous factors. Do we have something like that? Yes, maybe like this. That which is placed under supposition, condition, postulate. Maybe like this, I think. Actually, I think for upadis, even in the very typical Indian philosophy, such as the Indian syllogism, that means 三段论 in Chinese. Yes, actually, in ancient India, there is something, I have to say, not really similar to the Western syllogism, but they have something that really looks like syllogism. Okay, let's have a look of what the editor says here. So this part, we have also the same. For air, it has the following qualities: sparsha, sankhya, parinama, pruktatva, samyoga, vibhaga, paratva, and aparatva. And if you compare the qualities with the previous one, for example, the fire or the tejas, or even you compare it to the water. Let me see, do we have water? What kind of quality does water have? Water has also actually gurutva, dravatva, and sneha. But in the occasion of air, we don't have gurutva, dravatva, or sneha. The air which is moving inside body is called prana. Although it is one, it is known by different names in terms of the regions through which it passes. The names are like prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana, like these 5. Actually, for ancient Indians, they believe that this prana is the sign of a living being. When a person dies, people observe that he loses his prana. Prana is really the respiration, that is to let the air in your body out of it. That is prana. Prana. And so in this way, we understand that respiration actually not the instead but not the inspiration. Actually, it should be the respiration. Respiration is exactly what most of the ancient civilization regarded as the sign of a living being. That is the respiration. So here the commentary called Nrsimha Prakashika on the Tarka Sangraha Deepika explains it as follows. So what we have here, Hrdi Vrtitvat Mukanasikabhyam Nishkramanat Praveshanatja Prana iti uchyate. What is prana? That is something that Hrdi in the heart, yeah, Vrtitvat, because of the moving or the jumping or not jumping. What kind of word can we have for the bumping even? The bumping of our in the heart is this, and that mukha nasika comes out of our mouth and nose. If when you breathe, you have respirations, you have very strong feelings that streams of air come come out from your nose and mouth. And then we have nishkramana. What is nishkramana? That is the going forth out, departing. That is, yes, what we as I have just said. The streams of air come out of your mouth and nose. That is nishkramanat. And then praveshana. That is the entering. That is prana. But actually here we can notice that this Nrsimha Prakashika understand prana as a circular process of the real breath of human beings. That means we should have both respiration and inspiration. That's why he uses nishkramana, that is to go out, and praveshana, that is to come in, yeah, through the way of mouth and nose, and that which makes our heart pumping. Yeah, that is what this commentator understand as Purana. Then Gudastana Vrtitvat Maradinam Adonayanat Ja Apana Shabdena Vyavahreyat. And again, he is saying, what is Apana? He has Gudastana Vrtitvat. What is Guda? Guda is the anus. Yeah, anus. That it actually resides in the place of our anus, and then mala is the any bodily excretion that is our how can we say it, mala. Yes, it has very many things. Kind of yes. For example, he says that actually nose, mucus, and earwax from the flesh. That is mala. And also that ado nayana, that is adas below. Nayana is the moving or the eye, yes. If you are interested in these things, how Indians understand human body, maybe you can have a look at the texts on your Ayurveda. There are many interesting materials there. Okay, so maybe we do not spend too much time on this commentary on the five pranas. So we just look into what the cover editor says about our texts. Thus, breathing air is prana. So prana, the wind passing through anus is apana. The air that activates the digestive fire in the stomach is called samana. The air near the region of ears is called udana. And the wind which moves throughout the body, including the vein, nadi, is called vyana. There's five winds in our body. Okay, next one, the 14th, it's very short. Shabda guna kama kasham tajai kam vibu nityanja. Sky or ether is that substance which is the material cause of sound. It is the one all-pervading and eternal. Here talks about the akasha, the ether. Sound is produced in the sky, and the sky is the material called samavayikarana. Sky is to be understood as vibhu. That means the all-pervading, existing everywhere. Which that is that which is connected with all substances having a limited size. Sky is also said to be eternal. The concept of nitya is that which never becomes the counterpositive of destruction. In other words, that which is never destroyed is called eternal. Here, the text becomes shorter if you compare. So the next one is time. Yeah. Adita divyavahara hetu kala. Sajaiko viburnityacha. Time is that substance which causes us to refer to past, present, and future. That is atita adi vyavahara hetu. That is one all-pervading and external, eternal. Everything comes into being in time. That is why time is said to be the locus of everything. The whole universe is in time. This time is called Mahakala. We should know. We should. Maybe many of you knows that in Tibetan Buddhism, there is a great deity called Mahakala, or even maybe many of you studies the Vajrayana Buddhism. There should be a very key concept called the Kara Tantra, which is called Shilun in Chinese, Kara Tantra. And also this Kara, Mahakala, the 大黑天, yeah, it also takes this name, but it's different from the time. It's not the time, but Kara can mean time, and also sometimes is the black or even dark blue. Our reference to the segment of time in ordinary language is a reference to the Kanda Kala. Assume the unit of time in terms of the sunrise and sunset. So what we use as the concept of time in our daily life is really a how can we say that? This kanda. Yeah, kanda is the broken, one piece of something. Yeah, piece of time. we really refers to piece of time when we use this word in our daily life. And as a matter of fact, time is indivisible, eternal, one, and all-pervading, like this guy. There's nothing that can be also be not can that cannot be influenced by the driving of time. Everything will decay. Actually, nothing will not decay. Okay, then text 16. Prajya di vyavahar hetu dik sajayika vibvi nityaja. Space is that substance which causes the reference to directions such as east, west, north, south, etc. That space is one all-pervading and eternal. Here we have the word dik, and it is actually, if you refer to the dictionary, you should refers to the term dish. Yeah, dish. Dish is direction or space. Language represents reference to it by referring to different directions such as east, west, north, south, etc. And also this commentary, Narsingha Prakashika, provides as an easy way to identify the space. It says that when we refer to some entity in a language, it is done in terms of the delimiter of the property of being usable in language. Vyavahartavya ta avachedaka. I hope you can notice this word avachedaka. That is the word for delimiter. That we can maybe translate as 限定者、限定词 in Chinese, avachedaka. I think this avachedaka is actually very important in the later development of Nyaya theories, because especially for Navya Nayayika, they quite emphasize to use language very correctly. Therefore, when they want to define something, they always use this avachedaka method and words to define something. This we can if I have time to take a look. Maybe in the future, maybe we can have a look at the Navya Nyaya text. There will maybe many of you who major in philosophy will be interested in. Okay, here the Vyavahartavya is say Pragdigvan, possessing eastern direction, that is Pradiji, east, and the property of being Vyavahartavya, that is Vyavahartavyata, is in this Pragdigvat. It is in something that exists in the east, in the direction of east, and there the delimiter of Vyavahartavya is therefore Pragdig. So he is talking about what in the ordinary language we should use to say something that bears the meaning of east direction. Yeah. When we use the ordinary language, we cannot say it in very abstract method. Instead, we should have something that is specific to refer to for each different word. So here, this Pragdig, yes, the direction or the sky quarter of east in our daily language, it really possesses this quality, Pragdigvan, possessing eastern direction. Thus, to refer to East, we need to have an entity called Praji, as we need Gartatva to refer to Gata, so we need Dish to refer to direction or space. So you can see that for Nyaya and Vaisheshika, they are very, they emphasize on this quality, ekstava. That is very important for them. Okay. Then we go to text 17. Jnanadikaranam atma sadvivido jivatma paramatma ja. So what is soul or self, atma? That is something which is the locus of jnana. Here, this knowledge, I think maybe it's not a good translation because jnana has many different meaning. It can be the meaning, it can take the meaning of knowledge, but maybe here we should consider something else than the only knowledge, but maybe cognition. Yeah, cognition maybe is better, or conscious cognition, like that. Maybe cognition is better. So also for the self, we also have two different kinds. The first one is the jivatma, the self of living beings, self of life, and also the ultimate self, paramatma, the highest one. Yeah. And Tatreshvara Sarvajna Paramatma Eka Eva Jivatma tu Prati Shariran Bino Vipurnityasha. So for the highest one, for the highest self, that is definitely the God. The God is, or the Ishvara, the Lord, the highest Lord, is Sarvajna, all-knowing, omniscient, and it is the only one. It is the only one. But for this living beings, their self exists in every different body and is divided, distincted, and all pervading and eternal. Okay, let's have a look at the notes. Atman is soul or self. Atman is also God. This first Atman is actually this Jivatman. This for God is the Paramatman. Atman is a substance, no doubt, but it is not of the nature of either earth, water, fire, sky, time, space, or mind. It is a spiritual substance. It is the locus of our inner world, namely cognition, knowledge, happiness, unhappiness, desire, aversion, volition, merit, demerit, and impressions. Atman is the material cause for these qualities. These qualities are produced only in the Atman. These are the members of our inner world. Atman is not conscious by nature, but Atman alone is capable of being conscious. Conscious is one who has consciousness. So we should pay attention to here. Consciousness is the property of the conscious. So somebody who is conscious must have the quality of consciousness. And then Chetana is actually not consciousness. If Atman is said to be Chetana, then maybe you may ask, what is Chetana? Chetana is actually what we know as the mind, not the soul. It's mind. It's different. But I have to admit that sometimes many people will just use these words together to refer to the same thing. But here, for Naiyayikas, these things are different. Conspicuous, maybe we have to look at it. Conspicuous, what is this? It is not, has nothing to do with consciousness. So Cetana is the, maybe it refers to more, refers more to this percipient, conscious, sentient, intelligent, may refer to the intelligent aspect of human beings. Maybe we can understand as intelligence. Yeah. Okay, then we come back to the text. If Atman is said to be Cetana, it can only be called locus of Chaitanya again. Chaitanya. That is the intelligence or sensation, something like that. Consciousness, therefore, is the property of the Atman, which makes the Atman conscious. This consciousness, therefore, is the cognition or knowledge or desire or volition in terms of which the Atman is called Cetana. Maybe a little bit confused. Maybe you may be a little bit confused of his expression. Maybe we should read it again. This consciousness, therefore, is the cognition or knowledge or desire or volition in terms of which the Atman is called Cetana. So God, consciousness is the guna of the soul, which is a substance. So maybe for our daily experience, it is difficult for us to treat this abstract consciousness as a substance. But for Nyaya and Vaisheshika, they really treat it as something that takes the form of a substance. Yeah, substance. But that is the occasion for self. That is the self of living beings. Then what is the occasion for the highest self? That is the God. So God, however, is always Cetana. Yeah, please have attention, take attention here. God is always a Cetana because his knowledge, desire, and volition are eternal. An individual self is Cetana only after jnana or icha or prayatna is produced in him. His knowledge or desire or volition is a product because it is acquired and hence not eternal. Atman alone is capable of being Cetana. In Jivatman, jnana is said to be agantuka, that is a product. Yeah. So we have our distinct Atman. Then knowledge or cognition is said to be a product of ourself. Yeah. That is how ancient Indians understand the process of maybe consciousness like this. The Jivatman acquires knowledge through the instrument of mind, and an instrument can not be equated with the agent who uses it, and therefore Atman is not even mind. So next time if you see translations or translators who takes Atman as mind, you should be really careful. And maybe it's better for you to look at the original text to see if he has understood the Atman correctly in the context. For Anambata, in this paragraph, he will think, or even our editor thinks that Atman cannot be understood as mind. It should be always the self. Because actually, if we have a deep thinking on it, self is really something that do not have any qualities. Mind is something produced after you have a self. So mind and self cannot be equated. Atman is a distinct spiritual substance. God alone is always Chetana because he possesses eternal knowledge. Okay, next one. Sukha dukkha di upalabdhi sadhanam indriyam manah. Tajja pratyatma niyatatvat tvat anantam paramanu rupam nityam cha. Now here comes the mind, that is manas. Manas is the real mind for us. So mind is the internal sense organ of our awareness of what is listed here. Sukha, happiness, dukkha, pain or unhappiness, and etc. And that mind is unique to each self, pratyatma, niyatatva. Yeah? Because every different self, every distinct self has its unique mind. We cannot say that even you have two different persons, they share the same mind. It's impossible because they have two different selves. And therefore, mind is innumerable, ananta. It is of the size of an atom and it is eternal. So now we have seen that a knower, it's not good to, I don't know if a really English native can accept such a word as knower. I really have no idea. Knower. Do we have a word like this? I don't know. Maybe cognizer is even better. Yeah. So a cognizer requires knowledge of the world. In other words, he internalizes the world and makes the world an object of his knowledge. As he internalizes the external world, so he internalizes the inner world. He requires an instrument to internalize. He internalizes the external world through the external senses. There are 5 external senses, and the cognizer is an all-pervading substance, and so the self is related to all of them at a time, and hence there is a possibility of internalizing the external world through all sense organs simultaneously. So when you have a observation of the outer world, all 5 sense organs work simultaneously. So then you can get a really complete picture of what is outside of you. But it is against our experience. We do not have perception of color, taste, smell, touch, and sound simultaneously. To explain this, it is necessary to say that at that time, the self is using only one sense organ to acquire perception of only one thing. This is achieved by introducing an entity called mind in between the self and the external sensors. So between the self and the outside world, we have this mind. So mind is not located in ourself. Then, thus, self comes in contact with the mind with the sense organ, and sense organ with external object, and thus the perception of the external world, one at a time, becomes possible. Moreover, this is our daily experience that many a time we remain absent-minded, and someone thinks that I am looking at him. But in fact, I am not looking at him because I may be thinking something else, and that leads to the misunderstanding. And I am required to resolve the misunderstanding by telling him that I am absent minded and really I did not see him. This fact also supports the presupposition that there is mind and it gets related to one sense organ at a time. So here the editor says that even though we may think that mind will uh, be interactive between among the five different sense organs, but actually it will not do it simultaneously. It will only interact with one of the five sense organs at a time. Moreover, as we have perception of the external world, so also we have a perception of our inner world. How do we know it? The proof is our verbalizations, like I am happy, I am unhappy, I have knowledge, I have desire, etc. These sentences have verbalized our mental perceptions of our inner world, namely happiness, unhappiness, knowledge, desire, etc. Thus, as the self requires mind to connect himself with external world through the senses, so also he requires mind to acquire knowledge of the inner world. Here actually we will have the we can raise the questions on how people start to describe our inner world by language. That then again it's another very big topic for Indian philosophy. That is the philosophy of language. Yeah. Um, I have to say that in ancient Indians are quite uh, aware of their language, because language is really something that connects our mind to the outer world. The uh, the most I would say the most exciting things or the most effective way to convey what we are thinking to others. But then, because language itself also has some limitations, so uh, how to convey what you mean in your mind correctly to others is a quite important problem for everybody. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. Therefore, each self must be provided with an instrument called mind to internalize external world, as well as the internal world. Thus, there are as many selves as so many minds. The size of mind is accepted as the size of an atom because it moves fast. It plugs in with a particular sense organ, and next moment it establishes its contact with another one. This becomes feasible only when it is provided with minimum possible size. Since it has smallest possible size, it can have maximum possible velocity, that is the vega. Thus, mind is a substance. It is different from the self. It is an instrument used by the self. Okay, that is what we have talked about manas, mind. And next one is the color. So Jakshur Matra Grahyo Guno Rupam. Tacha Shukra Nila Pita Rakta Harita Kapisha Chitra Vedat Sapta Vidam Prativijara Tejovrti Tatra Prativyam Sapta Vidam Abhasvara Shukram Jare Basvara Shukram Tejasi. Color is that quality which is revealed by eyes alone. Color is of seven types: white, blue, yellow, red, green, brown, and mixed one. Mixed one is chitra. And then color can be found in the earth, existing in the earth, in water, and in the tejas, the fire or the light. In the earth, all seven can be found. In the water, that is Abhasvara Shukram, the non-radiant white. And in Bhasvara Shukram Tejasi, in the fire or light, you can find the radiant white. So even for the white, he has two different kinds. So we have a look at this. Color can be known only by eyes. That is why a blind person cannot have a perception of color. Although he can have perception through other sense organs like touch, ears, nose, and tongues. Some qualities can be known by more than one sense faculty. For example, number. It can be known by eyes and by touch. So here we have this one. So this arrow shows the relation of inherence. So color is inherent to the substance. So every substance should have a or more than one color, which is inherent in it. And what we can catch by our eyes is actually this color and the physical form of this substance. Okay, then text 20. Here comes the taste, that is rasa. Rasa nagrahio guno rasa. Saja madura amla lavana katu kashaya tikta veda shadvida prithvi jalavrti prithvyam shadvida jale madura. So taste is that quality which is revealed by tongue. The taste is of six types: sweet, sour, salty, hot, astringent, and bitter. These tastes are found in earth and fire and water. In earth, all six types, but in water, only sweet, this madura. I think this is very simple because what human beings can taste is to use our tongue. Yeah, usually what we can taste is the like sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. That is the four the basic taste. If you know something about the modern physics or the chemics. But for Indians, they have six different tastes. They will also include this hot and astringent, that is the spicy food, or a not that word. Maybe an apple that is not at its best best status. If you take it too early, it will taste astringent or something, even too sour to eat. Okay, next one. That is the smell. Grana, grahio, guno ganda, sadvivida, surabi, surabir, asurabishcha, prithvi matrvati. Smell, or we can call it odor, is that quality which it is revealed by nose. That is of two types, fragrant and full. It is found only in the earth. Yeah. I think many of you may notice that if you want to take a smell of the water, I mean the ordinary water or drinking water, you will you can smell nothing. You can take it does not have any specific or special smell. But for if you take a smell of the soil, you will taste something very special. That is the so-called the taste of uh, ground, taste of the ground, taste of the soil. Okay, then next one, 22. This is quite long. Here he talks about the touch and our skin. Tvag indriya matra grahyo guna sparsha. Sa trivida shitoshna nushna shitabeda. Prithvi aptej o vayurti. Tatra shito jare ushna sejasi. Anushna shitach prithvi vayivoh. Rupadi chatushtayam prithvyam paka jamam uh, pakajam anityam. Anyatra apakajam nityam anityam cha. Nityagatam nityam, anityagatam anityam. So touch is that quality which is revealed by the faculty of touch. That is of three types, cold, hot, and warm. It is found in earth, water, and air. Cold in water, hot in heat, and warm in earth and air. Color, taste, smell, and touch found in the earth are changeable or transformable by heating. Elsewhere, however, they are not transformable and hence either eternal or non-eternal. They are eternal when they are situated in eternal substances, and they are non-eternal when they are situated in non-eternal substances. This is, I think, has you can say no more about this because it is just listing things and listing our touches. What can be what is our what is the feelings of human beings that can be obtained through these sense organs. Okay, then go to 23. Ekatva di vyavahara hetu sankhya. Nava dravya vritir ekatva di pararda paryanta. Ekatvam nityam anityam cha. Nityakatam nityam anityakatam anityam. Dvitvadi kantu sarvatra anityam eva. So here he talks about numbers. Number is that quality in terms of which reference like 1, 2, 3, etc. is made. It exists in all these 9 substances. The range of numbers known in the tradition is from 1 up to pararda. That is this word. You have 16 zeros after the first one. Quite large number. Number 1 is a basic number and it is eternal when it exists in eternal substance, and it is non-eternal when it exists in non-eternal substance. All high numbers starting from 2 are not non-eternal because for Indians they thinks that even though you may have a very large number, at the final stage will just reduce to 1 or even to 0. That is nothing else. So each individual entity possesses number one. If the locus of number one is non-eternal, like any product, it will be non-eternal. From number 1, 2 onwards, all higher numbers are constructed and hence non-eternal. We can regard these high numbers as the product of the basic number 1, because you can just pile up many ones and to reach a very high number. Number can be revealed by eyes as well as by faculty of touch. This is a proof that number is a part of external reality. Okay, then text 24. Mana vyavahara karana parimanam navadravyavrti tachaturvidam anu mahad dirgam hrasvancheti. Here is the parimana is the measurement, what we use to measure something, that is measurement. Measure is that quality which helps in referring to measurement. It exists in all the 9 substances. It is of 4 types: minute, big, long, and short. This anu is the very tiny, very small thing. And mahad is the big, dirgam, the length, and the hrasva, the short. This is comparable to the idea of size or extension. There can be 3 types of size: minimum possible size, maximum possible size, and middle size. An atom is of the minimum possible size. A pot has middle size, and then time, space, self, etc. are of maximum possible size. Okay, then next one. Here is the discreteness. Yeah. Prtag vyavahara karanam prtaktvam sarvadravya vritti. So this discreteness exists in all substances. I think there's nothing can be said here. So it is the state of being different or being distinct, and not mixture. Then 26, samyukta vyavahara hetu sanyoga sarvadravyavrti. Again, it's the same like the previous one. Contact or conjunction is the cause of reference to the notion of connectedness. Also exists in all substances. A contact or conjunction can be between 2 substances only. This is an constructed relation and therefore it is breakable. So contact, the samyoga, is a we can say it is actually non-eternal. It is breakable. For example, what kind of good example do we have? When you have something, maybe you pour some drinking water in a bottle, then this water and this bottle has the samyoga. For example, this bottle is the locus for this water, but when you move out the water, then these 2 substances will not have the contact anymore. They are not connected anymore. So the other 2 types of relation are inherence, which is a permanent entity, and a third category of relation is called self-liking relationship. So for up to now, we have the notion of 3 different kind of relation. So here we have first the samyoga connection, that is maybe the physically connected thing. The second one is the permanent entity that is called inherence. Inherence can mean that, for example, what can we say like that? If you want to make a pot that is made of earthen, then the potness actually exists in the pot you have made. And for this self-liking relationship, that is the field for the upamana, that is the what we have the word we have transition for upamana, the comparison, resemblance, analogy, something like that, self-liking relation. For example, if you say that this thing it looks like that is self-liking relationship, similarity, like this. Okay. Next one. Samyoga nasha koguno vibhaga sarvadra vyapti. And this vibhaga, this junction is the counterpart of samyoga. Yeah, to break the conjunction. But here, the editor says something that is important. As a matter of fact, this junction is brought about by destroying the conjunction. The idea of disjunction implies the idea of conjunction, but not the vice versa. That means the idea of conjunction does not imply the idea of disjunction. Okay, next one. Here is the remoteness and nearness. Para vyavahara sadharana karane paratva paratve prativyadi chatushtaya mano vrtini te dvivide dikrite kalakrite cha duraste dikritam paratvam samipaste dikritam aparatvam jeshte karakritam paratvam kanishte karakritam aparatvam. Remoteness and nearness are the uncommon calls of reference to things at a far distance and near distance. They are of two types, spatial and temporal. When something is at a far distance, there is remoteness in it. That remoteness is a spatial remoteness. When something is at a closer distance, there is nearness in it, and this nearness is also caused by space. With reference to a person who is senior in age, there is the temporal remoteness in him, and in a younger person, there is the temporal nearness. So for paratva, aparatva, it has two different versions. One refers to the space, and one refers to the time. Okay, and the next one, adyapatana samavayikaranam gurutvam prithvi jaravati. Weight is the non-material cause for the first moment of falling of an object. It exists in earth and water. Gurutama is not what we understand as something it's really heavy or something like that. For Annam he thinks that how we should define a weight. Weight is really when something can fall naturally by itself. Yeah, that is caused by its weight. So maybe some people will think that from this expression, ancient Indians may have some concept of the Earth's gravitation or something like that. That which is the real uh, cause for what we understand as weight in our daily life. Um, okay, so I think we have run out of time because it's now already 2030. So maybe we can have a summary of what we have read today. We today we basically continue what we have done last time. Today's main topic is how uh, Anambatam define different basic concepts in Nyaya and Vaisheshika system. For example, many things concerning the material world and sense organs. We just have read today. Yeah, that's basically what have been done today. And also the concept of inherence, yeah, connection, conjunction, disconjunction, and or even this avachedaka delimiter. Yeah, we have met many different things today. So that's all for today's content. And any questions for today's lesson? If no questions, then we'll finish this time. And thank everybody for attending this reading class. And I hope next time we can still meet via Tencent meeting. Next week, if this if I have time, we will continue the Sanskrit grammar by reading the Spire's Sanskrit syntax. Okay, then that's all for today, and thank you for listening to this a little bit boring reading class. And I hope to meet you again next week. So bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.